over how to build a basic survival kit and go over the priorities you want to think about when selecting items to put into your kit. Now, the size of your survival kit should fit in your hand, or it should be able to fit in the side pocket of your cargo pants. The reason why is in case you become separate from your backpack or your gear or your equipment. And that's all the difference between having a survival kit, because if you don't, you'll just be left with what's in your pockets or left to bushcraft or primitive skills, and that is if you know it or if you don't. So you want to rely on a survival kit. What I have here is I was able to fit everything into a pencil case. I have a bandana wrapped around it, and I can use it as a filter when collecting water. And it also wraps around my wrist, so it's a hand carry as well, and I can drop it and I can pick it right back up if I need to. And I can take it off, I can put it into the side pocket of my cargo pants and keep it moving. And that's important. I'll always have it on me, and I'll never be stuck without it. So what's cool is a lot of stuff fits in here, as you can see. And I'm going to go over that one by one with you. So let's do that. So how to build a basic survival kit. The priorities you want to think about when selecting items to put into your kit are securing fire, water, shelter, food, navigation, and signaling, and medicine. Cover all those bases, you have a good survival kit. And chances are, if you know how to use it, as long as you have your survival kit, you won't die. Now, when selecting items to put into your kit, it just has to be something that you're comfortable with. You don't have to go out and buy specific brand names in particular. It just has to work. Your equipment just has to be reliable. Okay? So I'm going to pull out everything in my survival kit and go over how it covers all those priorities with you. Okay? Now I'm going to first pull out a garbage bag just so you can see everything that I pull out. Now, first off, this garbage bag is what I would use to protect me against the elements, against the rain. I can cut it out two ways, either 4 feet by 5.5 feet or 5.5 feet by 8 feet, and that's good cover against the rain. So that covers shelter. I could also put a hole in one side just for the neck and use it as a poncho in case I had to travel in the rain, which I normally wouldn't. Okay, so I also had to secure myself a cutting or a chopping tool. What this is a knife. This is practical. It's very thin, has a sharp, very sharp edge, stainless steel. I like it because it has a cover. And you need to secure a cutting or a chopping tool, and the reason why is because you'll need to make shelter. So you want a knife, a saw, or an axe. And an axe doesn't fit into a survival kit. You can bring a folding saw, and I also brought myself a folding saw as well. And a folding saw, the advantage to that is because you can make clean cuts. You can bring a multi-tool with you, okay? But if you bring a multi-tool with a saw back, the disadvantage is it doesn't have the length of a folding saw, so you're limited to precision breakpoint cutting. So I'm just going to put that on the side. Also comes with a few attachments you saw me pull out. So that's securing a cutting tool. Now, with my cutting tool, I have a knife sharpener so that I can extend the lifetime of my equipment. It's just a smart thing to do. Now, cordage can help me secure shelter as well. So with this, I don't have to resort to rope making, and with the knife, I don't have to resort to flint knapping for knife blades and axe heads. It's convenient to have this stuff, guys. Okay. Now, fire. I have a fire striker, a flint striker, a fire rod. Has a lot of names, and this is good under all conditions, wet or dry. It can be raining, it could be sunny. It's convenient, guys. Carry that. Now, to extend the lifetime of my equipment making fire, I have a magnifying lens. So as long as I have this, it doesn't crack or damage, and the sun is out, I can make fire using this, and I don't have to use my other tools. My third way to make fire is waterproof matches. They're best kept in a pill bottle to extend the lifetime because the wear and tear in a plastic bag eventually damages them. But I do have them for short-term use. Okay, guys? Now, another way to make fire is a lighter, guys. And I'll get to that in a minute. I think that's in my pocket. But look, I'll get to navigation. So if you don't have the time or don't know how to use make a sun compass, and if you don't want to travel at night and don't know how to navigate by the stars, quick navigation is with a compass. Okay, so remember to compensate for magnetic north. Okay, guys? Now, another way to secure food is a net. It's good for cast netting. Very important, guys. So I can secure myself some food from the water with this. Also, I can secure myself from food from the water with fish hook and line. Alright, securing food is very important. You can have hooks and line, traps, you can rely on wild edibles and live hunting. So with this, I already have cast netting, I have hooks and line, I already know how to make fish traps and land traps. I understand how to eat a few wild edibles, and I know how to live hunt. So it's key, guys. Now, last but not least, first aid, guys. I got myself a couple band-aids, a couple alcohol swabs, and what's key in this as well is I have aluminum foil. So if I had to make a fire in wet conditions, I can put a platform of this out on the ground and it acts as a great reflector. See that? You can also mold it into a cup or to a bowl to secure water, and you can boil water into it as well. So that's multi-use. It's key, guys, as well, that when selecting items to put into your kit, you select items that have a multi-use, a multi-function, and that can really make your time out in the wilderness a lot easier for yourself. Now this is a different plastic bag than the black one. The reason why it's smaller, and I can secure water in it. I can either open it up and lay it out on the lawn and put a rock in the middle to create a point where all the water will go to, and in the morning you'll have yourself a glass of water, at least from the dew. So you can always count on that. If not, you can get on down to the stream or a river or a lake and just collect water, carry it back to your camp. Probably can't travel with it because it'll puncture holes in it, but you can definitely use it once or twice in a survival situation, and that's what I would be in. Last but not least, a head net. Very important. It's to make sure that no ticks or no worms, no spiders, no bugs fall from the trees and land in your hair, or try to lodge any eggs in your head, or try to get lost in your hair, or so they don't get in your clothes. It's just uncomfortable. I don't like bugs, so I carry it. And that's the essentials, guys. So, and I covered all the bases. Alright, so that's it, guys. How to build a basic survival kit. So you go make yours.